Hey, it's Friday, July 4th. I'm Drew, and me and my little sailboat X-Wing are currently about 400 nautical miles north of Tahiti, and we're headed for Hawaii. It's been an okay day today. It's been all motoring, unfortunately. The winds died this morning, and just as forecast, and it's just now picked back up again. So we've got the sails up again, but it's been a long day of just like noisy motoring. I took advantage of that and filled the water tanks. I ran the water maker for a few hours. And then I took a shower, and during that shower, the fresh water pump chose to come to the end of its service life. I did have a spare, so I had to dig out all the electrical stuff and crimp on a new connector and pull out the old pump and put the new pump in. But it was a pretty quick turnaround, all told. I wanted to talk about the fact that I got some fancy new sails. So X-Wing is a sloop. A sloop means that she's got a single head sail and a single mainsail, and that is the driving forces for, I would say, about 95% of X-Wing sailing. I do have a sail for heavier weather, the gale sail, and I do have a few sails for lighter weather, like a couple of spinnakers and a drifter, but it's really the 130 Genoa and this fully battened mainsail. Those are the sort of the main engines of this little spaceship. I believe that this is the right setup for this kind of boat. I would go possibly a little bit larger with the Genoa to a 135, but I think for a cruising boat, a 130-ish Genoa and a fully battened mainsail are the right answer. So one of the things that's a little specific to X-Wing sail plan is that I've specified the mainsail to only have 2 reefs, but those reefs are a lot deeper than typical. So with a typical offshore mainsail, you would have reefs at 12%, 24%, and 36% of the sail. I've specified my 2 reefs at 15% and 35%. So I've got a bit of a deeper first reef, but I've got pretty close to the same amount in my second reef as most sails would have in their third anyway. If that doesn't make any sense to you whatsoever, then just try Googling mainsail reefing, and that'll explain it better than I can. With the Genoa, I specify luff flatteners. This time I've gone with foam, which I'm trying out for the first time, but previous sails have been rope flatteners. And what that means is that I can take that sail and furl it, and with the flatteners in the luff, it should maintain at least something of a decent sail shape, even when it's halfway furled up. And once the sails are furled past that point, honestly, it's time to put up the gale sail anyway, so I've got a very smooth path from full sails all the way down to my tiniest storm sails. After knocking a couple of holes in the Genoa during this trip across from New Zealand, it's pretty obvious that it was time for new sails. And I actually caught a lot of flack in the comments section asking, like, why did you go to sea if you knew your sails were old? And honestly, they weren't old when I bought them. I bought them brand new in about 2018. But I had, technically you should be able to put about 20,000 nautical miles on a set of sails. And I think I probably put about 33,000 onto those sails. They were really well built, and I honestly thought they had one more big trip left in them, but I was wrong, live and learn. Fortunately, my patchwork held and got me the last couple thousand miles to Tahiti. The new sails I took delivery of, oh boy, getting packages into Tahiti is not easy. A lot of logistics, a lot of whatever, which is why I was really happy to be working with Christy from Kraken Sails. It's nice to really work with somebody that really clearly took pride in making sure that I was getting exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, I really enjoyed working with Christy. The sails as delivered fit very well. I'm still kind of learning the ins and outs of them, to be honest. They perform so differently from my previous set of sails because mine were very old and blown out. So far I've noticed that I feel like I can point the boat an awful lot higher than I remember being able to, which is a really nice bonus. And yeah, I have to say it's awfully nice to have that X-Wing right on the sail. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's gotten long. I will be back tomorrow with another video, and I'll talk to you then. Cheers.